Hello. Welcome. Today, we're going to finish this save. Once it's done, we're going to start over and do a series that I can make into a YouTube series. Basically going to cut it up into a bunch of YouTube episodes. This one we kind of jumped in the middle of, and I don't have any footage of the beginning. So we're going to start over once I finish with this one. I remember correctly, I think it's number 8. Gonna give this car back all of its stuff. I did get it registered, so now it has plates and stuff, which is great. This one needs to come off. To turn down my headphones a little bit. There's one bolt that's still, there we go, that one there. Oh yeah, there's that bolt there. I always forget about this bolt because that tube covers it. Yeah. Get the frack out of here. Well, it's down there now. No one cares about it. Let's bolt this guy in. Be easier to bolt this one in without the intake on yet. Okay. There's that, and then there's this other screw right there. Be hard to get the screws sometimes. They're hidden behind stuff. It's very difficult. There's another one somewhere there. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. That one is definitely good. Looks like we got them all. I'd hope we got them all anyway. Don't want that thing coming off. Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can get it from here. Can I? Should be able to. Dang. Okay, I guess I'll have to go on the other side. Dang. Okay. Alright, so now this goes in. And then we're gonna switch to the number 7. And go down here. So right there. There's a screw. Or I mean a bolt. We'll unbolt that. It's not a bolt, not a screw. There we go. Get the other one there. That's for the exhaust, so that when we go underneath there to remove the exhaust pipe, everything will be fine. Now I need to start up the car because we're gonna need to warm it up, and the even though we set up the carburetor before we took it off, we're more than likely gonna have to adjust it because it probably reset itself for whatever reason. Okay. Take off the muffler. Take off this bolt. That whole thing comes off. Now we get the shiny one, the remotely more shiny one. Try and get that check mark there. Come up here. Tighten this. And this. And then we're gonna go back here. Tighten this. And then we have this guy here. Oh. Ah, so much quieter. It's almost like it's been muffled. Oh my god. And that one's tight. I want to make sure that's tight though, because that one seems to like loosen itself for whatever fucking reason. Same thing with this one. So the exhaust is on, everything is good. Now we just gotta set up the carburetor, make sure everything is good there. And then we'll take care of our needs, and then we'll save. Go down to the drag strip and test the thing out. Now, do I have... Okay, I got the nitrous in there. I've got the button hooked up, and I've also got the nitrous on there as well. Okay, everything's good there. Exhaust is good, intake's good. What else? Oh, the steering wheel. That's right. Steering wheel needs to go, right? Okay, well, we can just use regular wrenches for this job. We only really need the wrenches for, like, tightening the tie rods and other things like that you can't really use a socket on. But let's see here. We need, and it's nice because it comes with a ruler. We're gonna need what I can't remember which one it is. I think it's 9 mil, 8 mil, something like that. 7 mil? Surely not. No. Okay. So it must be like 11 mil? 12 mil maybe? I can't see it being like that. 10 mil then. Of course, the only one that I didn't grab. Alright, so we'll take that old thing off. Now that we've got our plates on and stuff, we don't need to use that old crappy wheel. I'll throw this one in here just in case you feel like switching. Gonna have to tune up the carburetor here in a second. I'm just letting the car warm up. Looks like it's almost warm. and the wheel's tight. So that's pretty much all the stuff we had to take off to get the inspection done, put back on. So that's like the exhaust and all that stuff. And the intake had to be taken off. All the nitrous stuff had to be removed. Got a little dent here. That screw looks like it's loose. Could just be that that's dented there. Lock. That's all of them, yeah? Okay, so it's pretty much good to go. Now we can just adjust the carburetor. Like this. Actually, we should have left the hood off to adjust it, to be honest with you. Because I found out that if you're in the car and you lean through the dashboard, for some reason it won't let you adjust the carburetor unless the hood is off. So we're gonna put the choke back in. And so we've got 18 right now. So we're gonna scroll back on the mouse wheel. There's 4 screws on this one. One here. I'm gonna go 2 ticks on each one. Just see how we end up here. Now we're at 12.5. So, like I said before, we did adjust this before we put it on the vehicle. But because we had it on before, and I had to take it off to get inspection because the racing carburetor is one of those parts you can't have on. But it looks like we're back to normal. You want a 13.2 is probably the fastest one. I mean, you can go to 14.7. That'll give you better gas mileage, but it's not going to be as good on the track. So 13.1 is kind of what you want to go for. You could probably go a little bit higher than that, because when you're on the highway, like let's say you want to go higher speeds, at the higher speeds, you're going to want to have a slightly higher AR ratio, so that, because basically when I get up to top speed, I'm looking at 12.1, 12.2. So if I go up to like 14, for example, then I'll be looking at 13 at top speed, which means I'll have a little bit more power at the very high end. So I'm just going to adjust this slightly higher, maybe go like 1 more tick on like, kind of want them to be uniform. No, I went down. Oops. So I'm going to go 2 ticks up. Just go 1 more. $13.7 is actually pretty good. I think I'm going to leave it at 13.7. Yeah, 13.7 is good. I'll leave it at that. Won't be quite 12 when we get up to top speed, which is good. But there we go. Okay, so we'll chuck that in there, and we'll put the hood on, and then we'll take this thing out of the garage, and we'll save, like responsible people might do, and then we'll go down to the drag strip and see what kind of speeds we can get out of this thing. I also have MS Tuner installed, so we can do some fucking around. As long as it doesn't end up on the save, I'm happy with that. So I don't want to like permanently screw this car up. But we can adjust we can adjust pretty much everything about the car. Suspension, ratios, anything we want. We're just gonna back out of the garage here. You know, it would be good if you take the frickin' handbrake off when you do that. Every time I come out of the garage, I want to come out hot, and that happens. Now we're probably a little bit off center. Okay. So we're just gonna put it right here. And I'm just gonna do a quick save, which is gonna cool the car down, but it doesn't really matter because we're gonna drive it to the drag strip anyway. So it's gonna take a second. Gonna get some annoying sounds. I think the sleep schedule might be screwed up too as well. I might have to fix that. I have a mod that allows me to fix time discrepancies. Come on. What the heck? There we go. Holy man. The never-ending fly. We'll get our guy all fixed up here so he's not all angry anymore. Smoke a cigarette and stuff. And we'll start up the car and we'll wait for that to warm up while we take care of Buddy. Because we're going to have to sleep here really quick. Hopefully it's nighttime. It's pretty close to nighttime. So do a quick sleep. And then I'll eat something out of the fridge. And then we'll drink. We'll have a cigarette. And we'll do that. Eat a macaroni box. Sounds good to me. And then we'll drink out of the sink here. And we're going to as you do. So you can do that. That basically does everything. Eat a pizza, I guess. I'll have a beer too. I should have saved now, right? So we don't have to go through that crap again if we do die. It's a little bit dark out too. Maybe I'll change. No, it's good. Okay, just one sec. Do this again. Just so that if we die, we can just jump in the car and go. Because we might die. There's an acute possibility that I might die taking that right turn. Actually, that right turn's not too bad. It's the second right turn. The one at the very top left of the map. That one's really difficult. I always go too fast. And the key is to... There's a part where the lines in the road they go from dashes to like full line on one side with a dash. Usually want to brake just a little bit before then. And you won't crash into the wall and die. Or crash into the fake forest wall. Okay. So we're good. This is where we'll end up if we die. So that's good to know. Alright. The one thing we didn't do is change the frickin' tires. But I did put good stock tires on. But I do want to put the rally tires on, though. That's for sure. It's only going to take a second. That's good enough, don't you think? Which one is it? I cannot remember. It's this one? Yeah, it is. My old mouse was way better at this game. I don't know where it is. I think it still works. But it was better for several reasons. One being that you could toggle between like a click mouse wheel and a mouse wheel that just free spins, which is nice on this game because if you can free spin the mouse, then he just clicks like rapidly, and it's just really good. So what tires do we want to use? Do we want to use the slick tires, the road slick tires? I think these ones are the best ones for the drag strip, but I'm not too sure. Probably. I mean, these ones are definitely going to be good for the road, or I mean, for like the finish road, right? I think we're going to go with these because once we get to the drag strip, I think it's going to be good if we can get them on. Put these on the front and put the rally ones on the back. Do you think that would make a difference? Get like better grip on the back? Because the back has no power, so I don't think it really matters so much. But this is going to be really crappy on the dirt. I'm probably going to have to drive super slow. I'm going to start up the car while we do the back tires. And that way, come on. This fucking jack, sometimes it's like so hard to, there we go. There we go. I'll just jack up the, does anybody know? Have they fixed the that bug where the racing exhaust just like falls off all the time for no reason? It just like falls off. You like hit a bump. Because it used to happen all the time in older versions, but it hasn't happened to me on this playthrough at all, which is nice. Take that off. Let's see how bad these tires are. I've never driven on these tires. The rally tires I've driven on, but these tires, no, have not. This is kind of like my like this series has been kind of weird because I started like I had finished the car before I started streaming this series essentially. So a lot of the game I didn't really get to show. So I kind of want to do another playthrough. So I'm basically just going to screw around with this car for a little bit and then start over from the very beginning. Which will be like my third or fourth time finishing this game. Come on. Do the thing, would you? It's always like when you stop moving, it'll be like you get a check mark just for a second. There needs to be a bigger window for that check mark. I don't know what it is with this game and like the placement boxes. They're kind of scuffed. Okay, so that's all good there. We should probably bring a couple of things of snacks with us, just in case we happen to, you know, be hungry and not die. There is a case of beer in there, so that'll be good. And I have 18 cigarettes left, so we'll be able to deal with our thirst as well. All of the performance parts have been put on. So that'll do. We'll take this with us. All right, so the chips are in the car. Drop this guy. Move it out of the way. It's almost warmed up. We could probably drive it with this temperature, though. Wouldn't be a problem. See, it's a little high. It's like 14. It's because it's still slightly cold. And I think we're good to back up. I didn't put anything behind the car, so... I didn't put the handbrake on that time anyway, so... That's good. It's pretty slippery. The vehicle is definitely very slippery. The rally tires are definitely better on the dirt, that's for sure. No surprise there. But I wonder how this will do on the tarmac. Just gotta be careful around some of these corners. I'm driving with a wheel, a shifter and stuff. Oh, God, no, not the pole. Ah! Gotta escape. Oh, the sadness. I wasn't, not expecting it, that's for sure. It'll just be a second here. Put on some music. Well, the game reloads. Alright, sorry about that. Every time you load up my summer car, there's a risk. Not the whole computer. The stream setup. So. Doesn't like when, I think it's because I have it on game capture. It just like, does not like when my summer car starts up. It's like, oh my god. But it's doing the thing. Okay. Okie dokie then. We're just gonna go on the regular tires. Gotta make it so that the console doesn't pop up every time. Handbrake on. Sure it's not on. Yeah, these tires are not very great either. What is with the like the lockup? What's with that? Slid? I think they do. They do it every day. But we basically just take a right and drive all the way up here. Kind of want to change the tires, but I don't really want to. Tires are dangerous though. These tires. I think there's a command I can do to change the tires, like swap them up. But I've never tried it, and it's probably very dangerous. So, probably a chance of my tires getting glitched or some shit. The road tires are definitely better than these tires, that's for sure. It's funny because I drove on the shittier version of these tires. Like all around the map. I went to like Flateri's and stuff. All the way up to the city. No train. Please, no train. I don't want the train in screwing us over. This is a pretty dangerous corner coming up right here. I wonder if we can save at the drag strip. Probably not. There probably isn't a toilet there, but never know. Okay. Just 1 sec. I'm gonna pause this music that I've got. There we go. And I think we're good from the dangers. Traffic. The car is warmed up. So we'll get to see if it gives me a higher AR ratio at higher speeds or not. Changing the AR ratio to be higher. You see, the faster we go there, you see the lower the AR ratio goes. Yeah. So this turn, and it's the first turn on the right here. So I'm just gonna go a little bit slower than usual, because I don't want to miss the turn off. Fucking bus in front of us here. Cause a scene. Maybe it's a little ways up here. I know there's a sign for it. I might have passed it. Because I remember it being like right around the corner. I think we've gone too far. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's right around this corner. No, it's right here. That's right. It's been a while. There's just a car off on the side of the road like that. It's always good. There might be like an outhouse or something by those houses back there. Okay, well, I gotta go to the bathroom myself, actually. Just give me 1 moment. All right. Let's try not to wreck this thing. Okay. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Should we just test it out the way that it is? And then we'll come back in and we'll add some stuff. Add some stuff to it. That will make it even faster. Huh. Modify the position and the scale of the wheels. Cool. All right then. Well, let's give it a rip the way that it is. I don't have the nitrous on. I don't necessarily understand. Like, I've had the nitrous filled. And okay, it's back there now. So I've had the nitrous filled, and I don't know. Some people online, they say you set it to like one, like 2/4 or whatever. But I just get problems. I just get like a really low AR ratio for some reason. It just doesn't work out right. So I don't know how to use the nitrous. Maybe we can try. I would have liked to have saved. Maybe we can come back around. When we come back around, maybe I'll check out those houses and see if I can find an outhouse or something. See, it's got very low high end. It's basically just mid end. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We missed our turn. It's okay, we'll go back. We were just going too fast. These tires really do suck. Could always go up to the what do you call it? Just up the highway there. I've never been around here. I know there's a drag strip here, but I didn't know what else was here. Basically just a man driving around looking for a place to pee. What's this then? Selling some food or something? Get out of the car. What you want? He's got strawberries. Finish strawberries. Yeah. The finished strawberry man. And that's his car. This is his shack. And this is where he lives out for the rest of his life. The honorable strawberry salesman. Like praise on the drag racers. Okay, well, let's do while we're here. Oh. Is it not going to let me do it? That's weird. Okay. There we go. Okay. So let's turn it up to like there. I don't know if that's good or not. Nobody knows these things. And also, I didn't wire anything for this. Usually for all this crap, you gotta like wire it in. Like the button over here isn't wired to anything, but when you turn it on, stuff happens and it's questionable. Maybe I need to watch a video on how the nitrous works. But yeah, the basic tires, man, they're no good. Let me see. I could teleport the other tires here, but that's just such a pain in the ass to do. What's down here? More farm stuff, no doubt. Now I just gotta remember how we got here. I think we just go this way. Let me just go right here. weirdo. What's weirder? Me, that guy, or me watching him driving back slowly? Oh. This is when he comes over and slits my throat. Okay, we need to get the hell out of here. Let's go back to the drag strip. Wow. These tires. And we'll do horrible things to this car. Because we can. Okay. So, let's play around with it, huh? Do a little screwing around. So, I can't really, like, can I? Oh, I can just select wheels from different vehicles. I can't really, like, swap out. And I can modify the position and stuff. The camber. The caster. Well. And then in here, we can make it so that it has ABS and traction control. And electronic stability control. And we can give it a 5th gear. And that 5th gear will be like 0.8 or like 0.6. And maybe we'll give it, I don't know, 2 times? 2 times the horsepower? Do you think that's enough? I think 2 times is enough. For some reason, it's not adding the power. Go all-wheel drive. Changed it to all-wheel drive. For some reason, when I'm hitting enter, it's not allowing me to change the power. Yeah. Supposed to be able to hit enter there. What is it? Like, do I need to not do it that way? Minimize it? That way. And do it this way? That is so strange. It's usually a lot easier than that. Like, is it because it's running? No, that's not. So yeah, I can change the power of that car. Change the power of this car. No, maybe it's because I'm driving it. No, huh? Won't let me alter the power of the Satsuma. Which is fine. We'll see how that 5th gear idea works out. But now that it has all-wheel drive, it should be better. Surprised. Can't change it to like 2 or something. Huh. Okay. Whatever. There's not enough room now. Have to go back on the highway. It's not too bad. Don't understand why. Like, do I have to be outside of it, maybe? Oh, it's really weird. Maybe it has to be off. We could try turning it off. There we go. So now it's 3 times. So now it's got 3 times the power. Did I? What did I do? The all-wheel drive, it like just sticks to the road. Is it quicker? I think so. We're definitely going faster. Well, not a crap ton faster, but we are going faster. I'm not sure. Maybe we need to go up higher. Maybe we need to go to like 5 times. Let's try 5 times. See how that goes. Oh, was it 1 time the whole time? So it says 3 times. Then it goes back to 1 times. Wow. So that's weird. That's really weird. That is really weird. So what if I go like... So then it doesn't matter at all if I go like 55 times. That's not going to stay. like it does in the other vehicles. It works in the other vehicles. Fuck. I don't know what that... The nitrous doesn't do much. But yeah. We'd be better off in the van to win the drag competitions. This thing can't modify the speed. That's so weird. Let's make it rear wheel drive. We can do that. Interesting. It's kind of weird. All rear wheel drive. It's kind of strange. It's not very tail happy at all. Guess it doesn't really have the power to be. Oh. The ABS is really nice. Basically just stood on the brakes and it didn't lock up. That's pretty good. Go back on the highway. That car is still there. Is he stuck in the ditch? That was weird. Did you see that? It was like smoke before the bus. We lost some body panels. Looks like the front bumper and the front left fender. Let's see what the damage looks like. Oh, oh no. A car. It's a car. Ah, it's okay. You can slap that bitch back on. No problem. Oh, here in the bush. Oh, the front bumper's gone too. That's an issue that would potentially need to be resolved. Oh, there it is. The estranged front bumper has been attached. And the left fender. Slap that baby back on. I shut the door first, of course. Pardon me. Whoa. Clicked too early. There we go. Okay, now I just gotta slam my head through the door here so I can pick up the foot on the handbrake. And we will grab the tool kits. I happen to know that the fender bolts, they're number 5. I know this from years of abuse. Always pay Flattery to fix the damage. So I'm not too worried. It is relatively expensive. But hey, what are you gonna do, huh? Which bolt is it, sorry? That bolt? Don't want to mess around with that bolt. There was one that I skipped. I think it was this one. Of course, I would skip the one that you need, right? So let's go over here to the other side of this dented ass bumper. And tighten this bolt, wherever the fuck it is. Ah. This bolt's right here. King Croc right here. Okay. Right. So now we have the bumper and the fender back on. It's a joy. Now we have the exhaust is still on. Kind of in a wood right now, so that's okay. Just take that off. Have myself a stubby. Side of the road. Tree inside my car. It's the way we roll. Is that the all-wheel drive screwing me over? The rear-wheel drive? What the heck? There's no e-brake on, so it must be traction control. Probably traction control. Screwing me over here. Yeah, it's traction control. That was just my bad footing there. This is good. This is how we die. Jesus. Did we lose the front bumper again? Or was it just the front? No, it was just the front scoop thing. It's all the way over there, though. At the scene of the accident. Let me just grab it really quick. It doesn't secure itself on very well, especially when you're at high speed sliding sideways into a ditch. That's kind of when it starts to fail you there. That's kind of when it happens. The front bumper is looking great. Yeah, I enjoy the look of the new bumper. I have a mod on that allows you know the sledgehammer that only has like one use in the entire game. Well, there's a mod that makes it so you can use it as a repair hammer. I have no idea how hard it is to use. But we'll find out. Because we can. It'll be interesting. We'll put new tires on this thing too. But I'm going to be starting a new series here pretty soon. And we'll get all the way to the rally. And we'll try and do the rally championship. Not that we're going to do any good, but we'll try and do it. Wop, wop. It's a nice car. Drives well once you get it tuned up, right? But it's a lot of work to build. The one thing about the series, though, that I'm thinking about is I'm thinking about skipping a lot of the time. Like waiting for postage, stuff like that. It's just not conducive to running a series, but maybe it is. Maybe there's enough content in between. I basically just want to build the car and show people how to build the car and do the rally and get it registered. All the core important things, all the other cool stuff that you do along the way too as well. Oh. Notice my trash pile? This is all my used garbage. That spray can still has some paint in it, but it doesn't have enough to... It's got enough to do like one more panel. But yeah. Had a couple mishaps. Doesn't matter. Not too hard interested. You could try this sledgehammer mod I got. Probably gonna wreck the car here, but we'll see how it goes. It doesn't seem to be working. I don't know if there's a special button you push. No, you're just denting it further. Look at it now. It's all dented. It doesn't matter. Well, just gonna put that down. Have some chips. Chips. And a beer. I can go with okay. Well, I need to change the tires on this guy. So we're gonna do that. Gonna have to drink something before I die of dehydration here. Just lower the car, or raise the car up here first. No, I don't want the tow hook. How high can you go? That's about as high as you can go. Pretty cool. How often do you have to change the oil? Every 6,000 kilometers? When I was a mechanic, when I was in school, they, for mechanics, they always told me just follow what the manufacturer says. You know, the oil might say that it's good for 20,000, but you never know. All right, so if I remember correctly, I think this was like a 10 or an 11 or something for the wheels. Where is the... Oh, it's kind of in the middle there. The ratchet set. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was like an 11 or a 10 or something. Try 10? No? 9? No, it was 8, wasn't it? No, no, no. It was 12. 14. What in the world? It's 13. I was way off. Taking the tires off a bunch before. Let's take that off. Take this one off. Because we have the wrench in this position. May as well do them all. Then we'll take this tire off and replace it with the rally tire. Bring the other tire over. Yeah. Good, good, good. chuck this one over there. I'm gonna go way the fuck up there. This one go over there somewhere. Let's tighten this up. Not too bad. Is this the white one? Oh, it is. The white one is supposed to go there. But I can paint it red. Don't worry. I have a bunch of red paint. And that'll sort that out. That'll sort that out. Problem. Guess the right one could be white. I don't know why, but do that. I usually make the left one a different color than the other ones. We'll just do the back tires here. And then we'll take a whiz. Well, we can take a whiz right now. I don't know why we wouldn't. And that's as high as it goes. So it doesn't go high enough to stop that problem. When you take the tires off, it like glitches out underneath the vehicle because it like hits the brake caliper or whatever. It's danger, danger. Um, Lace. There we go. The placement. It's so finicky in this game. Putting stuff down. Just gotta like screw with it until you find the right area, and it gives you the check mark. Need to find a mod to see if I can replace like the brake drums and the back long arm suspension and stuff. Make it brand new and shiny and stuff. Can I paint it? Never tried to paint it before. I don't think I can paint it. That would be cool if all that stuff is paintable. Hell yeah. But that's all the tires done. Doesn't take too long. Ah, we lost the back bumper. Not really a problem. We'll come across it eventually. Allow me to move it. Thank you. Okay. Got it done. All right. So that's the rally tires on there. Those are the good tires. We'll save because I can. Then I think we can either screw around with this car for a little bit, or we can just go straight back to square one, which I think will be fun. We'll have to go deliver the mail, get our order in, that kind of thing. It is dark out. So yeah, I think we're going to start the new series. And that'll be fun. I have to get all the stuff again. It was very fun building the car. This is the second time. So, no, this is the third time that I built the car over the years. I built the car first when it came out, and all you had was the basic parts. And now they've changed it so that you can get extra parts and stuff like that through catalog. And they just added stuff over the years, that kind of stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff I haven't actually seen in the game that I'm looking forward to seeing in the next playthrough. Like I haven't gotten the case full of money and stuff like that. I haven't won the lottery, which I don't know how that works. Okay. Okay. So there. Throw all this stuff over here. I'm gonna save this save so we can come back to it. And look back, that kind of stuff. And I also need to do some stuff with it later. Stack up the tires. And I'll do all this other stuff here. Eat a whole pizza. Have a cold shower in the dark. Bedtime. Who's been turning on all these lights? It wasn't me. Turning on the lights. Someone in here stealing my sausages? What now? Well, I have to drink. I'm gonna make a backup of this, and then we will start on the new series. It will just be a second. Okay. I have backed up that save. Sure. And the birth begins. Just like bombing it through the countryside. There it was. Future rally champion. Oh, John Johnson. Do I have to press something? Oh, I do. I was waiting for it to do things. And reloading. Nice. Okay, so we're in my summer car. Nice. That's perfect. Okay, so first thing we do is take the pine tree air fresheners, which I modded into this game. Oh, okay. So we should probably start by preferencing all of the mods that I've put into the game. I also didn't choose a base color, which could have been a bad choice because now we got to live with this until I get some spray paint. Yeah, and then what we're gonna do is build the car. If you've never played My Summer Car before, this is how we're gonna do it. There are a bunch of parts on the ground over here. We're gonna put them on the car. We're gonna roll it in here. Then we're going to build the engine. A lot of these parts here for the engine, I think all of them are, actually, except for the hubcaps. I think everything is for the engine and hooking the engine up to the car. I don't think we're going to use the original battery. I think we're going to go down to TMO's and buy a new battery, and we're going to buy the belt and all the fluids and all that stuff. We're going to need to start making some money as well. So that's going to be the way we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to get the van, the poop truck, and that's going to be the way it's going to be. We're going to have to do some jobs to make some money so that we can buy some performance parts from the catalog right over here. Oh, that's the air filter. So the catalog has all these upgrades you can buy for the car. Some of them are performance, and some of them are just for show. But you essentially want to buy everything. It's going to cost, so it costs about 56,000, I think, if you want to buy everything in the catalog. So, and you get about 1,200 from doing like a poop mission, for example. And you can stack up like 6 of them at a time. So it won't take too long to get 50,000. That's for sure. I could grind that out off camera really quickly. Like it would only take an hour or two. I'd probably have that done. So the way that we get jobs and stuff like that is actually through the phone. People call and they tell us where they are on the map, and we drive to them. There is no map in game or anything like that. We just have to drive to them. First thing that we need to do is build the subframe of the car and roll it into the garage. So it starts with this piece. We're going to need to lift it up, and we start out with a cheap set of tools. You can buy a better ratchet set in the catalog. I think it might be a better idea. So I'm conflicted on what the best way to start is. You can start by building the car the way that it is currently, or you can like set up your order, um, and then go into town, buy all the stuff that you need to buy while you're in town, and come back, and then you'll have all the extra stuff that you need to build the car. But you can always do that later as well. So you can like set up your fire ratchet, for example, but you'd have to wait a week for it to show up. Usually, I have a mod that allows me to skip the delivery time so that the video, I don't have to wait to like make the next video and all that kind of stuff. But we'll see if I have to use it. So we'll find out how that goes. So we're going to need to take this thing and pretty much distribute all of this stuff outside. So this is the front left side stuff, front left side stuff. This is all front right side stuff. So you want to separate the front left and the front right side stuff. So this is the front right side. This is kind of for the power steering. It's for the front left. And these half shafts aren't sided, I guess you would say. You can put them in any side. This is for the front left there. And that's for the front right. You can put all this stuff in and then take it out later. It doesn't take all that much time to add and remove all of the parts. The coil springs don't have a side either. Same thing with the shock absorbers. Looks like. But you do eventually want to buy all the rally parts, because if you want to set up for the rally, because you basically build the car and then you go and inspect it. You go and get it inspected, and it has to have everything perfectly tight, and it has to have a bunch of extra stuff um, like a yellow warning triangle in it somewhere. So you got to put it in the back of in the trunk. You can't have like certain performance stuff on it, and everything has to be tight. There can't be any damage to a lot of the parts. And yeah, and then eventually you pass. Your car will pass, and then you'll get your plates. So that's for the front right. That's for the front right as well. Then we need to grab the this crap. Just move it down. I think that side doesn't have one. We'll take that out there. We'll probably put the steering in before we move it in. This is for the front left. That's probably for the front left as well. That's for the front left. Front left. That's good. Front left side. That's for the rear. That's going to be for the rear as well. So all of this stuff is for the rear. That's for the front there. We've got pretty much everything we need. That's for the rear. tie rod. That's for steering. This game actually teaches you quite a bit about how to build a car, which is at least a primitive car anyway. So that's for the front right. This is a steering rack. That's a spring. Another brake drum. And another arm. All that stuff goes in the back. This. That's the other thing. On the left. This. We're not going to put that in currently. I don't know what I was doing there. So this is the first thing to go in. And it goes in, by the way, the direction that it goes in is kind of like this. I can't remember which bolt it takes, but we'll find out. This is a half shaft. We already have one on that side, so we're gonna have to put it over there. We're gonna use this jack here. So you gotta kind of like look at at least the way I do it is kind of look down there. And you click on it. You gotta kind of guess as to where the little cross beam is. And slowly pry it upwards. You don't need to go too high. The engine is obviously going to attach to these little black bits right here. There's one there, and then this square bit in the center here. And this bit here, that's where all the engine is going to connect to. And the wishbone suspension for the bottom is going to connect to here, and then we can attach all the other stuff. So let's try and get this in here. Sometimes it does not want to play ball. Oh, there we go. I got it. All right. So this part has 4 bolts. Every part has a certain number of bolts, and all the bolts are going to be the same. No part is going to have more than one type of bolt, at least that I've ever seen. Maybe they'll add that in the future, but I don't think so. So it is a 10. I thought it was going to be 10. So you can scroll with your scroll wheel on your mouse to go up and down. You want to make sure that it's completely down. Some bolts you won't be able to see, so you can use Q to lean forward to be able to see them. And even if you don't see them, you can still tighten them. You know where they are. Right there. Okay, so we got half of that done. One thing about this game is you can't compound things too much without tightening them down, or else they'll break, or they'll fall apart. They won't break. They'll just fall off the car. So you want to make sure everything's completely tight before you move on to the next thing, because if you don't, you'll probably miss a bolt, and then the whole thing will fall apart. That's not a good idea. It's never good when the thing falls apart. Okay. Now we can put other things on, like maybe one of these. And it takes the same size bolts. What do you know? So let's put that on. And put this on. And it takes 2 bolts. So we'll do that. And the other side takes 2 bolts as well. The next thing we're going to put on is going to be this on. We'll just put that on there now for now. It's not going to fall off because we have that other piece tightened down. And we'll put this on. You because it's on the other side of the car and it doesn't affect that other side, that caliper is going to stay on. I guess you can call it a caliper. It's more like a hub / caliper thing. Got that on. It's tighten. So now I'm going to put this thing on. Where is it? It's good there for a second. This game has very weird windows for. So the bolt is on the bottom. Kind of here. Which one is it going to be though? 9? 8. No. So we're gonna have to go down 7. 6. It's kind of hard when you can't see the bolts, but it's there. You can kind of see it when you look at it from the side. So it must be like an 11 or 12 or something. Because, yeah, it's a 12. So we'll just tighten that in. Oops. The reason why you want to get the other socket set is because it's a socket set. So you can push F to set it to go forward or back, and you don't have to worry about tightening and untightening things by accident. And it also actually goes faster. The scrolling speed is faster. So it is important to get that pretty early. That's why I was thinking like going to the store and putting in that order for the wrenches is probably a good idea. But I mean, you don't necessarily need them. Not at all, in fact. You can put, I think, no, you gotta put the hub on first. Like this. / hub assembly. And then you put this on. Then you tighten this bolt. You want to make sure that you get the CV axle on first before you tighten the bolt. You don't have to worry about the 3 bolts on the end of the CV axle because those will be tightened into the engine once the engine is on. So don't worry about those. Just leave them the way that they are and don't tighten them. We're going to need to find out what bolts holds this on. It's this one. Tighten that in there. So that's good. And do that on the other side. Put this on. No, we should tighten this down first. Oh yeah, that's right. We did change wrenches. Usually, it was a 12, I remember, but usually you would want to do both sides before switching wrenches. That way, you know that it's done, for one, and you don't have to switch wrenches as much. And then we're going. You can, if you've played this game enough, you can do it by actually the size of the bolt, like the actual physical size of the bolt. Gives you a pretty good indication of what the what size the bolt is going to be. At least the range of, like, you could say, you know, oh, that's going to be on the pretty high end of the spectrum here, right? Just grab one and try it out and see if it works, and if not, go up or down. Right? So we can't put the tie rods in yet, but we can put the front struts in. So we'll just pop that in. There is 4 on the top, or 4 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and they're all the same. Just gotta make sure we find the right one. I think it's 8. Could be wrong. am wrong. Very oftenly wrong. It's 9. Of course it is. So let's tighten this down. Riveting gameplay. Gameplay video of the year. In real life, you would probably want to do these in a cross pattern. Usually when you have more than 2 bolts, you want to do them in a cross pattern. Just on mechanics, just to get an even pressure across the thing. You do 3 and up. Right? So you go blah, 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 right? Or whatever. Any way you want with 3, right? Doesn't matter. Are they different? Oh, they are different on the top. Same thing with the shocks. Yeah, the shocks have a different nut on the top than they do on the bottom. That's right. Right. I understand. Okay, so let's put in the other side here. Put in the bottom bolts. And then we'll come around and do the top for both sides. You can break your windshield and a bunch of stuff in this game. I haven't done it lately, but it can happen, and it does suck. Because you have to go to Flateri's and get him to fix it. It takes a week, and you'll have to borrow his Faraday, which is not too bad. But it's rear-wheel drive. It's got a lot of horsepower. It's kind of dangerous. And you can die pretty easy on this game, so it's kind of a memey car, if you ask me. Just tighten this stuff down here. Get that tightened down. And then, so if I'm not mistaken, we should have some rims off. Yeah, no, we're not. We don't have rims. I bought those rims last time. Yeah, it's hard to remember what's going on when you were playing just a few minutes ago. We don't have rims to put this thing on, but we can get rims once we get the van. Once I get the car together, I'm gonna save, and then we'll go and get the van. I already have the keys for the van because I was fortunate enough to run over to the uncle's house and before we started, and he was there, which is awesome. Let's see here. So now all we got to do is put in the steering thing, steering rack. Can jump in there. There it is. You can also punch your head through stuff if you want to grab some things, like the whole ratchet set, for example. Just put it underneath you, because I don't remember which one. Oh, of course, get it perfectly. I don't know. Right when I say it, I get it. So we'll tighten that one down, and then we'll tighten this one down, and then we'll tighten this one down. The final one there. There's a lot of tightening that happens. We're either loosening things or tightening things, and then we'll often what'll happen is we'll loosen things, and then we'll tighten them again. This happens a lot with this game. It's just kind of the way it is. Okay, now that we have the rack in, we can put the steering column in. So the steering column just kind of sits on that little hook that's kind of right there. See that little hook there? kind of, there's a little loop of metal that it hooks on, and then it just kind of sits in there. So you don't have to tighten it down or anything, it's just in there. And you just go down over here. And these bolts, I believe, are one size lower, if I remember correctly. Select the new wrench. Eight mil? Yes, they were 8 mil. So we'll tighten these in. Okay, so those are in. Now, we can put the tie rods on. If we can do the thing, please. We never tightened the top of the strut mounts either. So the struts have 3 bolts on the top that we never tightened. So we should probably tighten my ratchets. My wrenches are falling, as they do. That's not the right one. Perhaps this one. Perhaps that one, maybe? Which is not. Okay, it's not that one either. We're gonna go up one more from here. Really? Was not expecting it to be that large of a fastener. Okay, we'll tighten that in. And while we're here, we'll put the tie rod in place, and then we'll tighten it down. In a second. Sometimes you just have to, like, put it down and pick it up from a different position. That really helps. Put this on here. Okay. So then we'll put this in. Sounds like it's gonna rain. Or thunderstorm or something. Okay, we must tighten this bolt. Looks like it's a fairly large bolt. Probably larger than the other bolts. Probably just put that there. And I guess you're right. So we're going to tighten this in, and then everything's going to snap together. See, like that? So that controls the steering. And you can tighten the nut on the end. See, there's like a nut there. You can tighten that nut with wrenches only. You can't use the socket for this. You can only use the wrench. Tighten these nuts here, and that gives you adjustment on the actual wheel angle. You've never adjusted a car before. That's how it's done. So that's done. So we can do the back of the car now. Is it raining in the garage too? No, it's not. We'll get the back on the car and we'll push it inside the garage. Even though it doesn't have wheels. Which is fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Our guy's getting pretty thirsty. But we can just look up and he'll drink, you know, from the rain. I'm sure. Sure, that's how it works. Finish Life Simulator. So the premise behind this game is that your dad and your mom are out on vacation. They left you a note on the fridge. The fridge is over here. They left you a note on the fridge, and it says, don't be lazy. Fix your dad's old car. Your uncle's blue van can be loaned. Don't drink alcohol. Coming back when we get bored. Right? Okay. So that's kind of what's going on. We were born in this car, as you can see in the beginning cinematic. And we're going to win the rally championship in this car. Hopefully. If I can drive it well. Probably not. But we'll see. I'll give it some fair attempts, that's for sure. And try not to wreck the car, make it through. I do a lot of racing games. I've been racing cars for quite some time. Race karts and stuff like that. But that's no guarantee. Put the spring in. And this thing, which is a pain to place. Is this the wrong side? I don't know if the shock absorbers are side dependent or not. I can make the rain stop. Just for the video's sake, but wouldn't be spirit, I think. There we go. We're gonna tighten these in next. Ah, so the phone is ringing. So you want to answer the phone. Holy crap. What the heck? Did you hear? It was like lightning. This thing back in. You saw it. It was good for a second. It goes in there. We all know it does. Come on. Things that'll be taken into context later. Come on. I need that check mark. Hallelujah. It goes up there? Are you kidding? Okay. So there's a bolt up here, which I have the wrench for. So let's tighten that down. I'm going to go over to the other side and do that. I think we almost got struck by lightning. I think that can happen. There's a pretty high chance of that happening. Don't worry, I'm pressing my head up against something metal. That's what you do in a storm, right? So we're going to have to tighten down all the brake lines and clutch and all that other stuff and put the master cylinder in for the brakes and stuff like that. Do all that stuff in the garage. As long as we don't get that push glitch that I've been getting where the push is like non-effective and you can't really push things the way that you can usually. You should be able to push this car pretty easy with the push mechanic that they have in the game. So we'll put these on and we will find a... When I originally bought this game, which was when it came out, or, you know, somewhere later on down there, when it came with the tires. It didn't come without the tires, and then later on they moved them to a mansion, or not a mansion, but like some house, pretty far away. You got to go and get them. We'll have to get them with the van later. If I remember where the van is, that is. Okay. So we're gonna do some pushing. We're just gonna push the car around a bit. That's not good. It's in the inspection pit a little bit. So we'll have to push it to the right.
Oh.
It is J to push. Or we'll have to push it back. If we can. Okay. That was a good push. Sometimes the push doesn't work very well, which kind of sucks. I wish the push didn't do damage. Shouldn't be hopping like that. Is it catching on the inspection pit? Is that what's going on here? No, it's pretty straight on the inspection pit. Oh. We didn't tighten the top bolt on the suspension either, did we? On the rear suspension. Oh, we did. That's right. I'm not even pushing it. I'm just like getting stuck under it now. But it's working. Gotta push it over to the right a tiny bit. This isn't the way the pushing is supposed to work. Either way, we got it in here. Power's out. We have all the fuses. Full in power. Full in power. We got power in here. And we have power in here. I don't know what was going on just there. That was kind of weird. Strange. You hate to see it. You really do. Okay. Well, we'll move it further down later on. How about that? We're going to have to move it down. Move it further down later on. So we're going to have to put the wheels on eventually. Which we can do over the inspection pit. It's a little bit more of a finagly thing, but we can. So we're going to start on the engine now. Because we basically have this done. Or we can push this really far forward. And then that will that'll allow us to do the brake lines and stuff like that. It'll let us push it forward. Doesn't think it. I don't think it will.
Oh.
Okay, so in this game, you got to take care of all the stuff in the top left corner, right? Thirst, hunger, stress. It used to be that sausages were the way to go because for food, because they give you a lot of sustenance and you didn't have to cook them. But now you have to cook them over the grill, which kind of reduces their usefulness to me personally. Yeah, the push isn't working properly. That's really weird. Really weird. push isn't working. Either way, and the lights are flickering. That's fucking weird. And now the car's like over there. It's just weird. Yeah, this game is so weird. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take care of some of these needs that we have right now. Usually you want to eat before you drink, which is the reverse of what I just did. And we have no cigarettes, which is great. We need to go and get cigarettes, that's for sure. Because right now the only way to cure the stress is to either drink heavily or to turn the sauna on. Which we will do. That's unfortunate. So now we're gonna save the game, which is this door. Sorry. And you just any toilet you can save at. Now I go and usually make a backup of my game. So if you want to just give me 1 second here, I will put you guys over in this room while we sort that out. I gotta do that. Please forget which folder it is. There we go. There it is. Okay, now I'm just loading back in. It's taking a while. I don't know why it's taking so long. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so now we're back in the game. And it's very dark. Just 1 sec, I gotta switch you guys back. Transition. Aha! We're back. And it's dark. I just came out the bathroom. The car's still in a fucking horrible mess. But it's okay. It's okay. Because the push is back. Because I saved. So that fixed the push. I want to leave the push on. I'm gonna push it really, really close. Like past the, so that the engine bay is past the end of the inspection. Push it. That's the way the push should work. See how it's nice and smooth? But for some reason it glitches out. And that happens. Shit like that happens. So we're gonna have to straighten that out. Just gotta remember to put your hands back together. Like put them back. Put them away. Yep. Right. It defies logic. I understand what's happening here. I just don't know how to fix it. Yeah. It's not what I was expecting to happen. Here. Okay. Hold on. wants picking up from the pub. That's the way it's supposed to work. But sometimes it decides it just doesn't want to work. It's a little bit too far forward, but that's okay. We can push it back just a tiny bit. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Okay. So the car's up on its suspension. It's not in the pit. It's going to be making that noise a lot, though, because of things. I did run into Uncle, but we should probably sleep the night away here. That'll help. We can get the wheels right away. Is he not here? He's usually sitting right there. I already talked to him though, so that's probably why. He was sitting there. I talked to him. He just rambled on for a bit. I didn't think it really meant it. The van was sitting there, and I was like, yeah. But yeah, after reading the thing, how do I open this? get this going. Take booze. It's a diesel vehicle. So you want to wait for that middle light to go out before you start it. Or else it'll take forever to start. And the handbrake is down there. So we can go to town. Make our first purchases in town. We can get our wheels. We got to go pick up the sewage truck from the other city. So we can do that as well. I usually use the Jonas to do that because I can throw it in the back. So if we're gonna go to the city, we're gonna stop by the store. We should order the wrenches, and we're also going to order we have more than one letter? I don't think so. We could order the cheap rims just to sit it on. Yeah, why don't we order the because we're gonna be skipping the time for the order payment. So I'm gonna get the cheap rims just to sit it on. The AR ratio gauge is pretty important, just to be able to tell how to adjust the carburetor. You know, we got the wrench sets, and that's pretty much all we need. So we're good. Those three things, and we're also going to need to buy some paint while we're gone, some oil, coolant, brake fluid, and belt. We're also going to have to buy some food. We should also bring the gas can. Fill up on gas. That's important. Really want to do that. If you click on the door to drop the gas can, you'll open the door. I'm going to click on another body part of the van. There's still lots we can do to the body. You can put the gas tank on. We put the shifter in and all of the brake lines and the clutch line, and we can do all the wiring, put all the lights in, all that stuff. But I think we should pick up the wheels. I think that's the most important thing. We've got all the stuff that we need. Let's get going. Takes a lot of concentration to drive these vehicles. I have a mod on that we're going to play with called MS Tuner, and it allows you to tune the stock vehicles like with more horsepower, or to give them like all-wheel drive or whatever. It doesn't seem to work very well on the Satsuma. Like, it won't change the horsepower of the Satsuma or anything like that for some reason, but it will for all the other cars. So we'll be screwing with that. Probably goes pretty fast on the highway. In this vehicle. I usually don't screw with the gearing of the diesel vehicles, but I just increase the power, and that seems to work out pretty well. Can add an extra gear to the van though, that's for sure. I think that's fine. So you turn left here, and this will lead you to the highway if you turn right after going through all of these corners up here. And you want to go on the highway. You don't want to be driving on the inner circle, which is all gravel roads. You want to be driving on the highway because it's nice and smooth, especially with the van. So I want to get off of these roads as soon as possible, and this is the fastest way that I've found to get off of these type of roads and onto the highway. You basically come up here to this intersection here that you can see coming up in the distance, and you turn right at the T intersection. Just 1 second here. Noticed that the game volume was muted for some reason. And we're going to TMO's shop, which is actually the opposite direction. You don't want to turn right on the highway to get there because it'll take twice as long. You have basically the highway is a gigantic loop. One thing that we are going to do is mess with the stock speed of this vehicle. We're going to make it faster. So in here, we're going to change this to like, I don't know, 4 times the speed. Final gear ratio will probably leave the same. I think 4.3 is pretty good. Probably go down to 3 if we want to go even faster. Could make it even larger. We could make it like 5. Make it all-wheel drive, traction control, ABS, ESP. which is electronic stability control. And we can add a couple gears. One that's going to be like 0.8. The other one is going to be like 0.4. 0.5. 0.5. And we're just going to try that out, see how that goes. That's probably wrong gearing for that. But we've got a lot of power. So as you can see, it's got a lot more power. The suspension cannot handle this amount of power, that's for sure. As you can see, the car is already weaving very, very heavily. We haven't even gotten up to 100 kilometers an hour, which is the speed where it usually starts to wobble at. Why is it like that? It has a sticker on the back that says the fastest it can go is 80. And I believe it at this point. Maybe there's something we can do to the suspension or something.
We need to.
Let's just stop the moving. We'll just go regular speed. So Flateri's is down there, and our tires are down there. We're gonna pick them up on our way back. We really got to make it to the store so we can get some cigarettes and some other stuff like that. Really need at least one pack of cigarettes. That's why he's swearing. Because we don't have... Because his stress is so high. And I didn't bring any beer with us. Or any food or nothing. So we're going to have to grab some food and beer and stuff when we get to the store.
Ei saatana.
Right. We've gone too far, I think.
Oi vittu.
Perhaps.
Oi vittujen kevää.
Yeah, we went all the way across the top of the map. Looks like we're in the big city. Maybe? Could be. It's hard to tell.
Saatana.
Yeah, this is the big city. We drove a little bit too far. That's okay. It doesn't matter. There's a store in this city as well as TMO's, which we passed. I knew we passed it too. We could fill up on diesel as well, which we should do. The diesel fill up thing is on the left side of the vehicle. As far as I know. We'll have to check.
Ei saatana.
No, it's not. Oh yeah, that's right. No, it's not the left side of the vehicle. It's... Okay, yeah. You have to come in on the left side of the pumps. Coming this way. Is what I meant to say. Thought I was an idiot. Whoa! Almost rolled it. Okay, so we'll get some diesel as well.
Voi saatana.
But he's pretty pissed off. So we should probably figure that out first. Before we do the other stuff. The only thing that I can buy... Come on, pick the envelope up. Okay. The only thing that I can buy that reduces thirst from this store is beer. So, at least that I know. That I know of. Milk doesn't really reduce the thirst. So we'll grab some chips.
Voi vittu.
Grab 2 packs of cigarettes. And we'll grab... what the hell?
Marjatta, menon rakkahin, toisen löysin ja lähdit luotani. Marjatta, oi marjattain mun.
We're gonna smoke a cigarette. You just hit I to do that. You gotta hold I down. So the chips are gonna make you super thirsty. I don't know if the macaroni makes you super thirsty, but the you can buy the macaroni boxes. You can buy these macaroni boxes here, and they also reduce your hunger, and you don't have to cook them. Sausages, pretty sure you have to cook. The pizzas, you don't have to cook. Need a bag of chips here. Have another beer. As you can see, they don't reduce a lot of thirst. Probably gonna pick up a bag of charcoal. Pick up some of these. Pick up some of these. Some of that. Some of that. Some of that. We're gonna need 3 of those. Need 1 of those. Need 2 2 of those and 1, 2 of those. All 4 of those. 2 of these and 2 of those.
Kyllä tää on
That's
hirvittää
gonna be
vähän tää
expensive.
bensan hintakin, kun mitenkä se vaan nousee koko ajan. Kun minäkin muistan siinä
So, I'm
80-luvun
gonna do something
loppupuolella,
here.
kun se nousi
I'm just gonna give us a little bit more
ihan
cash.
varroa olla näihin kaikkiin.
Pay for it.
Ei ihan varroa olla näihin kaikkiin.
Because we only need like 100 more. Something. You know. Okay. So that's all the stuff out of the store except for this thing. There we go. The bag of chips. Take this one.
No niin, ei muuta kuin kiitos ja hellurei.
Still thirsty. Try a milk, but I don't think it's gonna do anything. Oh, it does do something.
Voi vittu.
Ei sinulla tai ihan varroa olla näihin kaikkiin. Ei sinulla tai ihan varroa olla näihin kaikkiin.
I forgot how much power this thing has. It's dangerous. We got all the main stuff we needed to get anyway. Didn't think it would be that expensive. Wouldn't have got all that paint if I knew it was expensive. The diesel would have been another 200. Top of that. Oh, and we gotta get the... And we gotta get the other shit, so... We may as well just do that. while we're here. See how much it costs for those 3 items as well. I'm just gonna skip forward past the post order, and we'll see how much the post would have cost on top of that as well for next time. So 2,000 on top of that. So when I do my series for YouTube, I need to make 2,000 on top of what I have for money before I go to the store. So if I go with, say, 7,000 or 8,000, that should be enough to get the stuff that I need for the first store delivery.
Perkele.
So we can buy that stuff. And it's outside. And then, yeah, and then slowly buy stuff for the vehicle. So it's 3,000 plus another 3,000, so 6,000 was enough to get everything that we needed to get. We got some stuff we didn't really need to get, like all the paint and the charcoal, and we probably didn't need the fire extinguisher just yet, but we would need it. Actually, yeah, we're gonna need the fire extinguisher. Actually, need to get diesel, which we can get. We just need to back up, and we can get some diesel. We have the money. Yes, I'll get it. Okay. So, let me get, hold on, just 1 second. Because we got gift money too, right? So that's, what, $1,000? Okay, so technically, we only grifted like 2,000. So. Okay. Fairly dirty, fairly tired, incredibly thirsty. These are the ways of the Finnish man in 1995. So that's some diesel. We have to pay for that now. But that is some diesel.
Tervetuloa te... Ei kun sinäkö se vaan olitkin? On kyllä hirveeksi mennyt tää nuorisomusiikkikin, mitä ne tuolta radiosta soittaa. Ihan semmoista hirvetä jympytystä ja kitaran renkutusta ja tämmöstä, niin eihän tuommoista nyt kehtoa kuunnella, mut ei oikein semmoista minun musiikkia taho soida siellä ollenkaan. Onneksi että se Marjatta kuuluu, että se on hyvä kappale se. Mut semmoista sais kyllä enemmänkin tulla.
Paid for one more bottle of milk. I'm gonna eat it, drink it. Okay, so that's thirst dealt with.
Joo, nähellään tuosta. Morjens.
Shut up. Alright. Fun. Alright, and all that stuff. Oh, the gas. That's right. We gotta fill this as well. Let me just drain this cigarette here real quick. So that we can commence filling this bitch. Hell out of here. We have some gas. Hooray. Now we need to pay for it. Or he'll call us. Oh, mean. And upset. Luckily, it's only 80. So we have gas to start the car with. We will pick up the tires. It's the turn before the bridge. That's the one we want to hit. I think I want to actually reduce the amount of power this thing's got to like 2.5 times. Move them like out further. Move the wheels out further. I might give it further more stability. It is fast. Even at 2 times. What in the world? You know what it could be? It could be the traction control and the stability control and all that, trying to like... Let's try turning that off. And we'll go like 4 times. We'll try that. This van's got serious issues. Gotta be careful. It's fucking... I don't know why it's... This van. It cannot handle top speed. It's dangerous. Okay, now we're gonna try and get the tires. I think I'm gonna grind the money off stream, maybe. Go down and get the truck, maybe. And do some missions. Maybe we'll go down and get the truck after this. And go down and get some go down and do some missions. Get some money. Alright, so we're gonna go and get the original tires for the Satsuma. And if Letteri's open, I think I'll get him to put the regular tires on too. Or get him to put the better tires on. The better street tires. Put new rubber on. Okay, so the turn we're looking for is this one right here, right after the bridge. This one right here. This is the turn we're looking for. Oh, you know what? We can't do this. We don't have the sledgehammer to get in. Which sucks. We'll come back later. I'll have to remember to bring the sledgehammer next time. Oh no. Okay, well the van's fine. Getting pretty close to home now. These are going quite well. I can go like 80 in second gear. So one of these is for out there. This is for the Jonas. That's for in there. That goes in there as well. That's for that. Goes there. Ah. Alright, so we got all the stuff we need. Except for the tires. And we'll get those pretty soon. I'll be streaming probably tomorrow. But I gotta get up for work pretty early tomorrow. So I gotta get out of here. Thank you guys very much for being here. I know there's only one of you there, currently. At least that's what my stream says. Let's see here. I have end of stream procedure. Keep it though. It's probably not gonna matter. Nobody followed or donated or anything, so. Screen has credits. So set that up. All right. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a good rest of your night.